The Galactic Council had tried everything. For 3 cycles, the Dragon Queen Azareth had refused every delicacy, every nutrient paste, every carefully synthesized meal designed by the finest xenobiologists in the known universe. Her massive form, scales shimmering like molten copper, lay curled in the center of the diplomatic chamber, growing weaker by the day. "She will die," Ambassador Kellex of the Vryn Confederation announced, his 6 eyes blinking in distress. And with her, any hope of alliance with the Dragon Imperium. Robert Martinez stood at the back of the observation deck, his 7-year-old daughter Nia pressed against his side. They weren't supposed to be here. Robert was just a maintenance technician on the station, tasked with fixing the environmental controls in Section 7, but Nia had wandered off during his shift, following the crowds of diplomats and officials gathering to witness what might be the Dragon Queen's final hours. "Dad, why won't she eat?" Nia whispered, her brown eyes wide with concern. Robert glanced at the transparent barrier separating them from the chamber. Even dying, Azareth was magnificent, 30 meters of serpentine grace, horns like twisted obsidian, wings folded against her sides like tattered sails. "I don't know, Mia." "Maybe she's homesick." He'd packed their lunch that morning in their cramped quarters, nothing fancy. Just sandwiches made with real earth bread, turkey, cheese, tomatoes from the station's hydroponics bay, and that special chipotle mayo he'd learned to make from his abuela's recipe. The smell wafted from his work bag as he shifted his weight. Azareth's nostril flared. For the first time in 3 cycles, the Dragon Queen moved. Her massive head lifted, swiveling toward the observation deck. Toward Robert. Toward the bag slung over his shoulder. Every alarm in the chamber activated simultaneously. Guards rushed forward, weapons drawn. The barrier reinforced itself with a shimmer of energy. But Azareth made no aggressive move. She simply sniffed. "Impossible," breathed Dr. Theron, the Centauri xenobiologist. "She's responding to something. Scan the observation deck immediately." Robert's heart hammered as security drones swarmed around him. One paused, analyzing his lunch bag, and then transmitted its findings to the central system. "Food?" the security chief announced. "Human food. Terran origin." Ambassador Kellex turned, his compound eyes focusing on Robert with laser precision. "You, human, what is that substance you carry?" It's just lunch, sir. Sandwiches." Robert felt Nia grip his hand tighter. "Bring him forward," commanded High Chancellor Vrax, the station's administrator. Immediately. Robert was escorted through 3 security checkpoints, Nia refusing to leave his side despite the protests. They stood now in an antechamber adjacent to Azareth's diplomatic suite, the Dragon Queen's massive eye visible through a smaller viewing port. "The creature is clearly reacting to your food item," Vrax stated. "We need you to present it." "You want me to feed a Dragon Queen my sandwich?" "The alternative is interstellar war when she dies on our station," Kellex snapped. "The Dragon Imperium will assume we poisoned her." Robert looked at Nia, who nodded solemnly. "Help her, Daddy." They were given protective suits that felt laughably inadequate as the chamber door opened. Robert walked forward, his daughter's hand in his, clutching a simple sandwich wrapped in recycled polymer film. Azareth's eye tracked their every movement, vast and golden, with a vertical pupil that could swallow starships. "Your Majesty," Robert said, because it seemed like the thing to do. He unwrapped the sandwich, and the smell intensified in the chamber's recycled air bread. Meat, vegetables, spices, simple, human, home. Azareth's rumble shook the station's superstructure. But she lowered her head, bringing it close enough that Robert could feel the heat radiating from her scales. Her tongue, forked and delicate despite its size, extended and carefully took the sandwich from his trembling hands. She ate slowly, savoring. When she finished, she spoke for the first time since arriving. Her voice, like mountains grinding together, translated instantly by the station's systems. "What is your name, small one?" "Robert Martinez, Your Majesty." "This is my daughter, Nia. And this food, you made it yourself?" "Yes, ma'am." Azareth was silent for a long moment. Then, "For 3 cycles, they have brought me perfection. Meals calculated to provide optimal nutrition, flavored with precision, served with ceremonial grace. But there was no love in them. No heart, her eye fixed on Nia. This food, simple as it was, reminded me of home, of my own hatchlings, of meals prepared not for diplomacy, but for family. Understanding dawned on Robert's face. You weren't refusing food because it was wrong. You were refusing it because it was too right, too perfect. Dragons do not eat to survive alone, human. We eat to remember, to connect. Your people understand this in ways the galaxy has forgotten. Ambassador Calyx burst into the chamber, followed by a parade of officials. Your Majesty, we can prepare more of this human food. Our replicators can— No, Ezarith cut him off. Replicators create sustenance. Humans create meals. She turned her massive head back to Robert. I will accept your alliance, Galactic Council. On one condition. This human and his hatchling will prepare my meals during the negotiations. Real food made with real hands? Made with heart. Vrax sputtered. But he's just a maintenance. He is a father, Azareth said simply. And he understands what you do not. Humanity's greatest strength is not their technology or their tactics. It is their stubborn, beautiful refusal to let efficiency destroy meaning. Robert looked down at Nia, who beamed up at him with pride. I think, he said slowly, I'm going to need access to a bigger kitchen. The Dragon Queen's laugh echoed through the station like thunder. And for the first time in 3 cycles, hope returned to the diplomatic chambers. The alliance would be forged not with treaties and protocols, but with sandwiches, patience, and the simple human truth that sometimes the best way to save the galaxy was to remember what made life worth living.